The day don't start with a perfect sky. Sometimes it rains before noon, but everything feels lighter somehow when I'm walking straight toward you. You don't try to change the room, you just enter and it does like the world remembers how to breathe. The moment you show up, I've learned that love don't always shout or beg to be seen. Sometimes it's just a moment that quietly changes everything. Every time I see you smile, something settles deep inside, like I finally found my pace, like I don't need to run or hide. It's not fireworks in the sky, it's a steady shining truth. Every time I see you smile, I remember what love can do. Talk about the simplest things, things nobody else would keep, but somehow they mean more to me than words that promise too deep. I've had love that tried too hard, burned fast and left a mark, but what we have just takes its time and somehow reaches my heart. You don't pull me toward the edge, you don't make me prove. You just stand right where you are and let love move. Every time I see you smile, I feel something sure and kind, like the future isn't distant, like it's already mine. I don't need to name the stars or ask what's coming through. Every time I see you smile, I know exactly what to do. If the years decide to test us, if the days don't always shine, I know where my ground is steady, I know where my heart aligns. Not because you promised more, not because you tried, but because you show up as you are every single time. Every time I see you smile, I don't question where I stand. It's not fate or destiny, it's the strength of holding hands. I won't chase a perfect dream, I won't ask for something new. Every time I see you smile, I believe in me and you. I've been in rooms that felt too wide, crowded but somehow empty inside. I've worn a smile that didn't fit, played my part, then quietly quit. Now the world don't feel so loud. Now the ground don't fall away. Since I found a place in your calm, where my doubts don't get to stay. I don't brace myself for change. I don't look over my shoulder. For the first time in a long while, I don't feel like I'm older. This is where I belong. Not because it's perfect or strong, but because I don't feel the need to be more than who I am. I don't question where I stand. I don't wonder if I'm wrong. Every road I tried before led me here. This is where I belong. You don't test me with conditions. You don't keep love on a scale. You don't ask me to be fearless. You just let me be real. I've had love that felt like noise, always asking for control. What we have feels settled now, like a hand that lets me hold. I don't rehearse what I should say or guard my heart in place. I just step into the moment and feel safe. This is where I belong, in the middle of your days. Not a dream I have to chase, not a role I have to play. I don't need the world to see. I don't need a victory song. I just need to stay right here. This is where I belong. Maybe love is simply knowing when to stop searching for more. When the answer isn't distant, it's already at your door. I won't question what I found or ask it to be something else. I finally reached a place where I don't lose myself. This is where I belong, in the life we slowly made, in the comfort of your truth, in the choices that we stayed. I don't fear what lies ahead. I don't feel like I'm alone. Every step I take from now starts right here. This is where I belong. I've been learning how to listen more, let the silence have its say. Some things don't need a finish line, some things find their way. I don't rush the morning anymore, I don't fear the night. Since I found a rhythm in your breath that tells me when it's right. I've seen hearts burn themselves out, trying to outrun time. But what we have don't push or pull, it knows its own design. We're moving slow enough for love, letting every moment land, not chasing after something more, just holding what we have. No pressure on tomorrow's name, no race we need to win. We're moving slow enough for love and letting it grow within. We don't measure days in grand displays or promises to lie. We measure them in shared routines and laughter breaking clouds. I've learned that trust is built in time, not moments meant to shine. And every step we don't rush through feels stronger than the line. I don't need the world to know or prove for anyone. What matters is the way it feels when the day is done. We're moving slow enough for love, not afraid of where it leads. Every quiet choice we make is planting something deep. I don't need a perfect scene or words that never end. We're moving slow enough for love and letting it begin. If the road turns unfamiliar, if the years ask us to bend, I won't wonder where I'm standing, I'll know where I've been. Love doesn't have to hurry to know what it can become. Sometimes all it needs is time and two hearts that don't run. We're moving slow enough for love, giving space for it to stay, not holding tight from fear of loss, just choosing it each day. I don't need to reach the end to know I'm where I belong. We're moving slow enough for love, and it's been right all along. Morning light finds you already awake, tracing circles on the edge of my hand. No grand words, no promises to make, just the calm of knowing where I stand. The world keeps moving outside this room, but here time knows when to slow. I've chased so many passing truths till you showed me what feels like home. It's not the fire that fades too fast, or the sparks that burn away. It's how you're here when the moment's gone. It's the quiet and how you stay. It's the way you stay when nothing's said. The way your heart don't need a stage. Every day don't feel brand new, but it feels right, and that's the truth. I don't need forever explain. I believe in the way you stay. We've seen days that didn't shine, heard the silence after plans fell through. Still you never crossed that line of turning love into something to lose. It's in the small things, the patience side, the steady pull, not the chase. You don't leave when the lights go down. You don't disappear with the change. Some hearts rush, some hearts run, but yours knows how to wait. That's the reason I'm still here. That's the reason you stay. It's the way you stay through changing days, when nothing else feels clear. You don't promise me the stars, you just make tomorrow near. I've learned love ain't meant to shine, just to hold, just to remain. And I believe in the way you stay. Maybe love isn't meant to shout or prove how deep it goes. Maybe it's choosing every day to be there when it shows. No grand escape, no perfect plan, just two lives learning their place. I don't need more than what you are, I just need the way you stay. It's the way you stay when time moves on, when the rush has slipped away, in a world that never slows. You're the reason I don't stray. I won't ask for more than this. I won't ask love to change. I don't believe in promises, I believe in the way you stay. feels calm when you're near. Even before you say a thing, like the air already knows what comfort you bring. We sit with nothing to explain. Let the moment take its shape. Some conversations don't need sound to be perfectly clear. I've talked myself in circles before, tried to say too much, but here I find a better truth in the quiet of your touch. We don't need the words tonight, no reason to define. Everything I feel is understood, just standing by your side. No promises to rearrange, no stories to rehearse. When it comes to you and me, we don't need the words. You read the pauses in my voice. You feel the weight I don't reveal. You don't rush to fill the space. Let it stay real. I've known love that asked for proof, wanted everything out loud. What we share moves differently. It doesn't need a crowd. Search for the right line, or fear I'll miss my cue. You already know the heart of it before I get to you. We don't need the words to know what the moment means. It's written in the way you stay and everything between. I don't try to make it perfect, I don't try to rehearse. All I know is when I'm here, we don't need the words. Maybe love learns how to listen long before it learns to speak. Maybe trust is built in moments didn't notice it at first, the way the seasons passed us by. One day turned into a memory without a single goodbye. The day stopped asking who we were, stopped testing what we'd say. Somewhere between the ordinary, love found its way to stay. We didn't chase the years ahead or fear what time could do. We just kept showing up each day, and time kept learning us too. Time learned our names by watching how we stand through every small decision, through every open hand. It saw us change, it saw us bend, but never turn away. Time learned our names because we chose to stay. We've shared more than we ever planned, more than words could frame. Inside jokes, tired evenings, quiet joy without a name. We don't measure love in moments that demand to be seen. It's written in the life we built, in everything between. I don't fear what time might take, or what it might replace. I trust the way it's shaped us, I trust the pace. Time learned our names through years that tested faith, through patience, through forgiveness, through choosing not to break. It didn't need a perfect start or a fire that never fades. Time learned our names by the love we made. Maybe love is simply lasting long after sparks are gone, finding beauty in the steady and carrying each other on. I don't need to outrun the years or prove what we became. I see it every time I look at you. Time learned our names. Time learned our names in the way we still believe, in the quiet strength we carry, in the lives we chose to lead. I don't wonder where this road goes or fear what time might say. Time learned our names, and it knows we'll stay. The road ahead isn't written yet, no map drawn in advance. But every time I reach for you, I feel where I should stand. I've walked through plans that fell apart, dreams that wouldn't stay. Now the future feels less distant when you're walking my way. I don't need to see it all or know how it begins. I just know the ground feels steady when my hand's in yours again. Your hand feels like tomorrow, like something I can trust. Not a promise made in passing, just a reason strong enough. I don't ask what lies ahead or how far the road may run. I just know where I'm going. When your hand feels like tomorrow, we don't speak in perfect lines or swear what we can't know. We just keep choosing each other, every step, every slow. I've learned that hope don't need a plan to know where it belongs. It finds its place in simple things like walking on together strong. I don't need a clear horizon or answers carved in stone. I just need this moment here to know I'm not alone. Your hand feels like tomorrow, like a future taking shape, not built on fearless thinking, just on showing up each day. I don't chase what might be lost, I don't fear what's yet to come. I just know I'm moving forward. When your hand feels like tomorrow, maybe love is choosing faith without needing proof, believing in the days ahead because of what is true. I don't need the world to promise what it never can. I already feel the answer every time you take my hand. Your hand feels like tomorrow, like a life I want to live, not a dream that fades by morning, just a chance I choose to give. I don't need to see the end or know how far we'll run. I already feel the future. When your hand feels like tomorrow. We walked through seasons we didn't plan, learned as we went along. Some days felt heavier than they should, some nights lasted long. But even when the road felt unsure and the answers took their time, I never doubted who I'd walk with or whose heart matched mine. I've seen how love can change its shape without losing what it means. It doesn't fade, it just grows deeper in the spaces in between. I choose you again, knowing everything I know. Not because it was always easy, but because it always felt like home. I don't need a different ending or a better place back then. With every road behind me now, I choose you again. We've learned how to forgive before we learn to hold our ground. We found our way through quiet days without keeping score or count. What we have isn't fragile. It doesn't bend from fear. It's built from staying present, from showing up right here. I don't wonder how it might have been, or what I'd change back then. Everything I needed to know is standing here again. I choose you again, in a heartbeat every time. Not because the past was perfect, but because this love here is mine. I don't rewrite our story. I don't ask how or when. If given every chance in life, I choose you again. I don't need a different life or roads I didn't take. I already found what matters most in the choices that we made. I choose you again, with the years laid out in front, not chasing something brighter, just believing in what's constant. I don't ask for something new. I don't question where we've been. If I had to live it all once more, I'd choose you again. The house feels different when it's late, when the world has gone to sleep. Every sound becomes a memory, every promise we don't speak. You leave the light on down the hall, like you always do. Somehow it tells me everything without a single clue. I've learned that love can live in moments small and still, not in what we show the world, but in what we feel. It's all the quiet things that hold my heart in place, the way you move around the room, the calm upon your face. No one else would ever notice, no one else would see, but it's all the quiet things that mean the most to me. We don't fill the silence up or rush the night away. We let the minutes breathe a little, let them gently stay. I've had love that needed noise, needed proof somehow. What we share doesn't ask for more, it's enough right now. I don't search for something missing or wonder if it's real. I know exactly where I stand by the way it feels. It's all the quiet things that make this life feel true, the space you give, the trust you show in everything we do. I don't need a grand display or words that sound brand new. It's all the quiet things that keep me close to you. Maybe love grows strongest when it's not on display, when it lives between the moments that quietly stay. I don't need to name it or tell the world what it brings. I already feel it in all the quiet things. It's all the quiet things that time can't wear away, the steady warmth of knowing you'll still be here tomorrow's day. I don't chase what love should be or what it's supposed to bring. I've already found forever in all the quiet things. I used to think forever was a word too big to hold in real hands. Something people said out loud without knowing where they stand. But standing here beside you now feels quieter than that. More like a steady knowing than a promise meant to last. I don't count the years ahead or wonder what they'll bring. I just feel the ground beneath us and how sure everything feels. Forever doesn't feel so far, not standing where we are. It's not a dream beyond our reach or something written in the stars. It's every day we choose to stay, every step, however small. Forever doesn't feel so far. It feels like now, that's all. We don't talk about endings here or fear what time might do. We've learned how to let life change without changing what is true. The future doesn't rush us on, it waits until we're ready. Love has taken a quieter shape, but it's never been more steady. I don't need to see the road all the way to the end. I trust the way it's unfolding, I trust where we've been. Forever doesn't feel so far, not walking next to you. It's built from ordinary days and everything we do. I don't chase a perfect life or try to have it all. Forever doesn't feel so far, it feels natural. Maybe love is finally knowing when to stop asking for more, when the search turns into presence and the heart finds what it's for. I don't need a different story or a brighter place to start. I'm already where I'm meant to be, right here inside this heart. Forever doesn't feel so far, with your hand holding mine. It's not a distant promise, just a piece I recognize. I don't wonder if this will last or where the years might go. Forever doesn't feel so far, because I